and then the fourth album was Now, and that was by a producer named John Anthony, and we drove him insane. Pretty much drove him insane. He was an Englishman. He was very proper, and we drove him insane. And halfway through the album, he just disappeared. He just said, "Okay, that's it. I'm gone." And he got on a plane and flew back to England.
What were you guys doing? How'd you set off your producer? What's going on?
How do you drive a producer insane?
Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know. I guess, it was a crazy schedule. We all still lived in San Francisco at the time, and we had come to LA, and we were playing the Whiskey A Go-Go, and we played the Whiskey for, I think, that's what kind of drove me insane. We played the Whiskey 2 shows a night for 3 weeks in a row.
Oh, a residency.
Yeah. And
Nice.
then at 2:00 in the morning, we're all drunk out of our minds. We would go to the studio to record. We would record from like 2 until 10.
Yeah.
And then, go home and sleep all day. And he had never worked like that before. And here we come in the studio after, doing 2 sets at the Whiskey, and we're all completely, high as kites. And he just couldn't handle it. He just said, "What, can't we just do a regular session?" "No, sorry. we're sleeping all day because we got a gig at night." And so that was kind of that was insane. And then he ended up leaving. And so it was left to us, and we had the second engineer on the project was a guy named Don Wood, who was he was like our front of house sound guy for touring. And so he took over, and we finished the record with him. And that was not a great record. And I mean, there was some wacky songs on it, but the great part about that record was we had Captain Beefheart come and play on our record. And we were all huge fans of Captain Beefheart. And he played on Kathy's Clone, and we did a Beefheart song, "My Head Is to My Only House Unless It Rains." And so that was really cool. And that's the best thing about that album. And then we
I was about to say, but usually, I mean, when a band is playing live so many times, it's like they're running on all cylinders, and it feels like that's probably what you guys were thinking at that time. Like, we're playing great. Let's capture this in the studio. And it didn't happen for you, huh?
Yeah, it just didn't really happen. And then we did Remote Control with Todd Rundgren. And like I said, Todd was, he just kind of, "Oh, if it feels good, oh, great. It's,